Good day everyone, it's Saturday, December 10th, and this is going to be an update on the river. The river has dropped significantly over the last 2 weeks. The road back to the footy fields that I normally go to is now open. You still can't get back onto the river, it is still closed, and so there's no camping or anything back there. I don't think it'll be open at least until sometime next year. But we have gotten some good news with the drop in the water. And I'm just going to go around and show you some of what actually happened back in this area with the flooding. So one of the biggest problems, and it's already a problem this time of year, but it's really been accented with the flooding, is the mosquitoes. It is really bad and they are everywhere. But yeah, something I guess we're just going to have to deal with. I've even got a couple just sitting on the camera right now. So yeah, so hopefully I can get out of here this morning without getting eaten up too bad. So the biggest surprise back here this morning, having a look, is the Denny Rovers footy field. Actually looks in pretty good shape. I know they're training, we actually have 2 footy teams here in Denny, and they're actually training over at the Rams facilities right now. But it looks like this might be ready to go by the time the season starts. Unfortunately, the same cannot be said for the cricket field down here. It sits just a couple feet lower than the footy field, and it's just a mess. So no grass. You can see it's the dirt, it's all cracked. But even the fence around it, you can see that there's just been damage all the way to the top of the fence. Also the fencing here, you can see the leaves and everything stuck onto it, showing you how high the water was. And unfortunately the women's and the girls' netball courts over here, they've got a lot of work to do to get that cleaned up, so they can start playing on it, which I think the season starts in about 6 weeks or so. Just some of the damage done to the fencing back here, back behind Memorial Park. As you can see, the water is only probably about 3 or 4 meters back from the road still. But it did quite a bit of damage back here behind the park. The golf course is still closed, at least the road going back to it is. My understanding is they're playing 6 holes 3 times. So up on the high end. It's just leading up to the bridge. So it's definitely one of those good news, bad news situations. The water's down, and from all reports, and with the weather coming up and everything, that should be the end of it. That should be the worst. Now how long before we can get out on the river and have a fish, I still don't know. Still have no idea. So the good news is that should be the extent of the damage to the property in that here in Deniliquin. The bad news is there's a lot left to be cleaned up. So you know, give it a few weeks though, and hopefully things will be back to normal. It won't be the same this Christmas. Visitors, no place to stay unless you stay in a hotel, but there's no camping, nothing out on the river yet. So it's a beautiful day today. After I get this video back up and loaded on YouTube, I'm gonna head out for a fish, probably at the pond, and just try and stay local, because we have a Keith Urban and Birds of Tokyo concert here in town tonight, and so it might be pretty busy, so I'm gonna have to stay local just in case the store needs me. But thanks for tuning in, and until next time, keep fishing.